It's the two solid lines. Bills +7. Worst 7.5. That's as best as you're going to get at the Cowboys. Total's 45. These are two solid lines, Donnie.
You know what's interesting about this game, Flash, when you take a look, you're saying to yourself, all right, Dallas 6-5, they always play home on Thanksgiving. We get it. But you got an 8-3 football team coming to town, getting close to a touchdown. That's always the way I would like to lean early. But again, it's Thursday, and it's going to be a nice advantage there for the home team because they don't have that, quick rush turnaround. They're at home for this game. But I got to tell you, didn't like what I saw out of Dallas, and especially when you're looking at a football game where they played basically in primetime, 4 o'clock, out cold in the rain. Now you got to fly back to Dallas, get ready for a short week. No real key injuries on Dallas' side of the football outside of Leighton Vander Esch, with Sean Lee comes in. They played a decent football game on defense, but that's a game, Flash, last week that you want to build off of. If you said it again, it's going to be rainy. It's going to be windy. Wouldn't you want the team with the dominant offensive line, big-time running back, and a quarterback that is athletic and can move around the pocket? And Dallas still couldn't get it done. And the thing that always comes into it is questionable coaching once again for the Cowboys in that game. It seems like it comes up each and every week. But taking a look at this game with the Buffalo Bills, getting a couple wins under the belt, they're really going to level up in competition in this football game. But I got to tell you here, Flash, early in the week, leaning towards that 6.5 points. I think Dallas is overall the better football team. I love Dallas's offense. And again, outside of windy conditions and rainy conditions, which you don't have when you play down in Jerry World in that dome, looking at the total in this football game, 45, I think it's about right. But I'm leaning towards the points in this game. I think Buffalo can hang around, play some defense, make some plays against that Dallas defense. But I do think Dallas is the better team and should win. But I am leaning towards taking the points here early in the week with the Buffalo Bills, Flash.
Well, you think 7's too much for the Bills with that D? You looked what Belichick did last week. He closed down the run. He said, go on then, Dak. You throw it. We'll go man to man and see what you've got. And he came up wanting.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a really good game plan last week that you had because Bill Belichick basically said, hey, it's rainy, it's windy, we're used to this. I'm going to sit on this football and make you make the mistake. Even on special teams, when you talk about missed field goals, you're talking about not fielding kickoffs properly in that football game, and then you had the always questionable tripping penalties that they had. I think it's too many points in this football game. I do think Dallas is the side here, but I'm not going to be able to lay 6.5 and feel comfortable with the Flash in this game.
Well, plenty 7 points across the board. You think that a touchdown's too much for Dallas to lay?
I actually don't. I think I'm capping this one 28-20. I still think Dak Prescott is playing at a level where he's at the top tier across all of NFL quarterbacks right now. I don't love the laying all of these points in a game where you have the Bills that are going to be competitive. They're giving you different wrinkles on offense. They're giving you, a little bit of an unconventional look the way that they're running their offense. They're going for it a lot on 4th down, which is obviously something that I find, that warms my heart. But all that said, that leads me to look for an over here. I think 45 points is too low. I think that you're going to have a pretty decent competition here, back and forth here, score for score, especially early in this game. I would expect Dallas to get to 28 pretty comfortably. I think this is where this is a level up in competition for the Bills is really testing their defense with the top tier NFL offense in a pretty controlled, warm environment. I think if you have an average day of special teams for the Cowboys against the Patriots, they get that win. If you're a better coach, you have your team prepared for the conditions. It looked like the Cowboys were kind of, a little bit, struck by unprepared for the cold and wet conditions. And I think on a short week in a primetime spot, you get a more honest effort out of the Cowboys offensively. They get into the high 20s, low 30s, and then we're just looking for 20 points or so from the Buffalo Bills to get this over to the window.
Seems a safe play. Well, we've got plenty love in the chat for the Bills. Pie Guy 9871. Dallas is beat up. Jukes. BSG. Bills cover. We got people on the Bills money line. Pie Guy 9871. Geez, he's beating up on the Cowboys. And then also they're going to go back to the same old story. Can you trust Dak? And can you trust Garrett? Most of the time, it's no. The only one you can trust is Zeke.